Alright, welcome back. So here, the sum and difference rule, this is basically saying that, let's say if you have some polynomial f of x plus g of x, and you wanted to take the derivative of both f of x and g of x. So if you're to take the derivative of it, here we could say d dx of some polynomial plus another polynomial, it's just equal to the derivative of the polynomial f plus the derivative of the polynomial g. Okay, so in this case over here, and the same idea goes for, you see this is the sum rule, and here the difference rule over here is just saying the same idea, that if you just have f of x minus g of x and you want to take the derivative of it with respect to x, then this is just equal to f prime of x minus g prime of x. Okay, so what this is basically, what these two notations are saying here is that, let's say if I just have some sort of polynomial over here, and notice that if this represents some f of x, this represents some g of x, this represents some h of x, and this represents some, I don't know, q of x. Notice that what are we doing with this function here minus this function plus this function minus that function? Just because you're adding and subtracting it, all you need to do is take the derivative of each of them. And that's what this rule is allowing us to do. Okay, so here we need to take the derivative of each one of these. So take your time and you got this. Okay, so for f prime of x, it's simply, what's the derivative of x cubed? 3x squared. What's the derivative of negative 5x squared? It's negative 10x. What's the derivative of 2x? It's just 2. And what's the derivative of negative 7? It's 0, because negative 7 is a constant. And that's it. Try on your own to do this one. Right. And let's say if you want to see the video here, how do you need to do what? 5 times 2 over 5, right? And then this is x to the 4 plus 4x cubed plus 6x, right? But what is, right, for this part, and the derivative of negative 1 is 0. So, and my bad, I should have wrote y prime is equal to, right? So here, what is 5 times 2 over 5? Notice that 5 times 2 is 10. 10 divided by 5 is 2. So you have 2x to the 4th plus 4x cubed plus 6x. And this is y prime. Okay, or you could have done this as well. That would have also worked. Okay. Try and keep going. Okay, take your time and try and do the next parts. C, D, E, and F. Okay, pause the video. Okay, so now let's see if you want to see the solutions. Let's see here. So notice that g of x is also equal to x to the 1/3 plus 5 times x to the 1/2. Well, what's the derivative of this? This just becomes g prime of x is equal to 1/3 times x to the 1/3, and now we need to do a minus 1 plus 5 times 1/2, which is 5 over 2, x to the 1/2, and we also have to do a minus 1 over here. Okay, so notice that when you do minus 1 over here, what is, you got to take your time, what is 1/3 minus 1? Well, that's equal to 1/3 minus 3 over 3, which is equal to negative 2 over 3. Okay, so now you have 1/3 x to the negative 2 over 3 plus this is 5 over 2 x to the negative 1/2. Okay, and then how do you finish this up? This will be 1/3 times 1 over x to the 2 over 3 plus 5 over 2 1 over x to the 1/2. Okay, and then you got to convert this, so this is 1/3 times 1 over cubic root of x squared plus 5 over 2 times 1 over square root of x. And then this becomes 1 over 3 times the cubic root of x squared plus 5 over 2 square root of x. Whew, that was a lot of work. Okay. Let's try and do letter D. Right. Letter D, actually over here, Mr. G is running out of time and I have to get ready for my next class. What I'll do is, I'll do letter D, E, and F in class. Okie dokie. I hope this video helped.